Ride Along. So it's happening here.
Came over here. What does it mean? You know, I grew up in what I guess you call a typical family.
We break all the stories, and that's just a fact. And that's why everyone has a story to tell.
Ridealong live. I mean, yeah, it's a real deal.
Yeah. Yes. Oh Lord. It's Tuesday on the ride. Yeah. Affectionately called Dear Ryders Tuesday. Yes. Night riders, how you guys doing? Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Tuesday on the ride. Big up to everyone on Unstoppable, Patty Grenada, wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of our programming today. We appreciate you so much. Do me a favor now, please. I beg. Please share the program. Yeah. Please do that for me. Hey, lovable John, how you doing? How you doing, lovable John? Yeah, guys. Just share the program, please, for me. Yes. Because today we have two stories that we're going to be looking at. Now, on Tuesday, let me preface it by saying this. On Tuesdays, we are looking at some serious issues. From now going forward, on Tuesdays, it's all about looking at some really serious issues. Now, every single day, guys, we get emails, correspondence from you, the viewers, with genuine problems. And oftentimes, your problems may not be resolved because people might overlook your problems. So Tuesdays is all about Dear Riders, and today we're looking at two big stories that was posted on the Ridealong page. Story number one we're going to be looking at, right, is, by the way, keep sharing while I'm talking, just keep sharing. Story number one that we're going to be looking at, guys, is something that transpired in the media just yesterday. It broke in the media yesterday, where a prominent individual in the Grenadian community was arrested and charged with 4 counts of sexual assault. Now, the story was posted, and there are some issues. Some folks in the media took some issues to how the story was reported. So we're going to read one of our Dear Riders on that and talk about it briefly. And also, big up yourself, the second story we're going to be looking at. So the first story, let me go over it again. The first story we're going to be looking at is this particular story, where, again, an individual, a very prominent individual, was arrested and charged. And somehow there are disparities between the uniform approach to releasing the information to the public. So we're going to discuss that. And also, as promoted, this very sad, tragic, sad story, guys. But we believe that we could, as a community, we could be able, we're in a position to help the family, help the mother. This particular child needs your help. The mother is on with us tonight, and she will tell us the whole story and how we as a community can help the child. So this and a whole lot more, guys, we're going to be talking about tonight on Ride Along. So this is why I want you guys to share the program. This is why I want everybody to share the program. This is why everybody should share the program and say, I share. Yes. Yes. Share the program and say, I share. Who we have? Glenda. Hey, big up yourself. Angelique. Alistair Williams, thank you so much. Let me share over on my end as well. Yeah, let me share over on my end. Hey, Carl Ross. You know, a long time, guys, we haven't done a roll call. Before we start, I want to do a roll call. Real quick. It ain't going to take long. I want to do a roll call. I want to know where you guys watching us from. I want to know, after you share, I want you to tell me where you're watching us from. Carol Ross, big up yourself. Thank you so much, Carol Ross. Thank you for sharing as well. Beverly George, thank you so much, Beverly. We appreciate you, Beverly. Tell me where you watching us from. Ah, boy. Yes. Angelique, we're going to talk about it. And listen, I want people to put their voice on record with these issues, right? These two issues that we're talking about right here. Again, dear riders, these are stuff that was submitted and some serious issues that we need to discuss. All right, let's go down the line, go down the list. Lillian, big up yourself from London. Also Angelique over there in London, big up the London posse. Claudette, remember you have to share first, you have to share first. Share first and tell me where you're locking it from. Wendy Charles, big up yourself, Wendy Charles from Grenada. Wendy Charles, thank you for sharing. What? Listen, the UK is strong tonight, and I don't care what they say. No, the UK locking down strong, you know. Watching from Northern Virginia. Wow. Locking in from Northern Virginia. Yes. Northern Virginia. Big up yourself. Let me share. Who else we have? Trinidad from Toronto in the building. Big up yourself, Toronto. BVI. Yes. Big up the BVI. Where the folks from Jamaica? I want to see the people that's watching from Jamaica. I want to see the folks that's locked on from Jamaica. Grenada, Beverly. Thank you so much, Beverly. Have New Jersey in the house. Grenada. Yes. Big up all yourself. All right, guys. So let's get into it. Grenada, BVI, Jamaica, Singapore. Yeah, right. Singapore where? I don't believe you're from Singapore. All right? Good night from Grenada. All right, guys, let's get into it. Now, yesterday a story broke. In fact, I learned of this story a few days ago. It was bubbling a bit, but we were doing our own internal investigation and we could not verify and pinpoint exactly who the individual was. So yesterday now, on GBN, the story ran, and this is how the story was narrated on GBN. Listen to this. This is the story on GBN yesterday.
Police have not disclosed nor wished to confirm the name of a well-known lecturer on the island accused of 4 counts of indecent assault on a 19-year-old, but have confirmed 4 charges slapped on that individual. The individual is described as someone known for his stance and outspokenness on a number of issues, including that of child sexual abuse. According to reports, the alleged victim, believed to be a student of the institution, is from River Road, St. George. The alleged perpetrator was arrested and charged Monday at the South St. George Police Station by officers attached to the Criminal Investigations Department. The incident is reported to have occurred between January 1st, 2021 and April 18th, 2021. This matter, GBN understand, has been under investigation since October 2021. The accused has been placed on bail in the sum of 10,000 EC dollars with one surety and will make his first court appearance at the St. George's Magistrate Court on February 8th, 2022. Christina John, GBN News.
Okay, so this sparked a whole set of conversation on Facebook. Someone published this. In fact, Dr. Kellen Bob started off yesterday after watching this story that was published on GBN, and he said, I need to know the rationale behind this decision to release some names and not to release others after suspects are being charged with various offenses. He went on to say that there need to be a uniform approach to releasing this information to the public without bias and with regards to full transparency. These are quick. They are quick to parade Joe Blow from the ghetto when they are arrested for a few ounces of cannabis, but are reluctant to release the names of Mr. Big Shot when allegations are made against them. He went on to say, it is it isn't the job, it's not the job of the police. Isn't it the job of the police to enforce the law and the job of the judiciary to render judgment? By the way, by the due process, law enforcement should not be in the business of reputation management. We too hypocrite as a society. So I read this comment right here, and a lot of people read this comment, and it was looking at it. I mean, this is so straightforward. This is so straightforward, and I commend Keller and Bob for posting this because it is true based on what I observe. Right? Based on what I observe. Now, this situation occurred, and listen, it was like pulling teeth to get information about this said individual. Now, I don't know the individual, but as far as what we heard from people, he is a well-known person in the community. He is someone that actually spoke out. He's an advocate or so-called advocate speaking out against the said thing that what he is alleged to be a part of. Right? So is it a double standard? And it's not new because I remember in other instances where we had to root out some information about, remember the pharmacist? Remember the pharmacist who is alleged to have been, having inappropriate relationship, alleged inappropriate relationship, incest with his said daughter, and it was reported that people knew about it, law enforcement knew about it, but they didn't move on the pharmacist until that particular time, right? That particular time when the story broke on social media. So why is it that you would shield someone that is in position? You will shield their face, their identity, their name, the whole enchilada. But when it's somebody who in Grenville or someplace, you catch them with a couple ounces of weed or whatever, man, I get in the press release. You get in the full press release. The name, the information, everything. You're getting everything about them. Their face is big, plastered all over the press release. And we post that. So why the double standard now? Why the double standard? Why the double standard? And I want some of you guys to call and let us talk about this briefly. Let us talk about this briefly. Now, based on our investigation, this was also published by Now Grenada, we could confirm, because GBN went as far as not disclosing the individual name, but we could confirm that the individual is Mr. Claude Douglas, a 55-year-old lecturer of Paradise St. Andrews. He was arrested and charged today, that was yesterday, at the South St. George Police Station by officers attached to CID for the offense of 4 counts of indecent assault to a female residing in River Road, St. George. The offense occurred between the 1st of January 2021 and the 18th of April 2021. The matter was under investigation since October. He is now presently on a 10. Oh boy. He's now presently on bail for $10,000. Now listen, let me preface this again by saying that everyone is innocent until proven guilty, right? We're not saying that he is guilty for the offense. We are not saying that the man is guilty, because we have to assume that he's innocent until proven in a court of law. And we understand that. But same how we're saying that when this stuff happened and they catch a certain person in Soubise, they don't be innocent too. But we don't see and know who they are. So it should be equal straight across the board. That's what I'm saying. So again, the person was identified. Again, the name is Claude Douglas, 55-year-old lecturer. I've heard, I don't know the individual. I don't know the individual, or probably I do. What, Wendy? Yeah, I don't know the individual, or probably I do, but he was arrested and charged for 4 counts of indecent assault and now Grenada published it, we published it, but other media houses and the RGPF didn't. Why? The question is why? Let's open up the phone line 718-701-572. Let's talk about this, guys. This is Dear Rider on a Tuesday. Dear Rider on a Tuesday. Let me know if you understand this situation right here and why the double standard. Why the double standard? Why is it? As Kellan Bob said in his Dear Rider post, he's saying that there should be a uniform approach to information that they release to the public without any bias, full transparency. The police should not be in the business of, how he put it, reputation management. Now, if you do wrong, the law is the law. The law is the law, and no one is above the law. Right? No one is above the law. No one is above the law. Because you know what happened too? I remember in a situation, some people who are getting abused by individual in power, they're afraid to come out, you know. They're afraid to come out and speak. Because you know what happened? From the minute they come out and speak, they get chastised. So a lot of people in power, they take advantage. They think like the people who are they don't have a voice. Who go believe them? Right? So they feel they're in a position of power. They take advantage of that. But I say thanks for some independent media houses. Thanks for some people who not scared to talk, you know. And again, I applaud Kellan Bob for publishing the obvious, because this is the freaking obvious. I want you guys to put your voice on record on this, guys. Let me know what you feel about this. What you think? How you feeling about it? What's your feeling about it? 718-701-5720. This is Dear Rider, where we're looking at things that are currently affecting in our society. And we're speaking about this particular story from yesterday. And mind you, tomorrow we're going to do a full story, a full program on this. Full analytic view on this whole incident that transpired. Because just based on yesterday and today, we had some other reports of people making additional allegation against the individual. Again, a man is innocent until proven guilty. We are not saying that the man is guilty, but these are serious allegations. And it should be straight across the board. 718-701-5720, guys. If you guys have nothing to say, I'll move on to the next one. You know. If you guys have nothing to say about this, the optics, are you looking like some kind of double standard happening when it's Joe Blow versus the big man, and how they treat the big man and how they treated Joe Blow. If you guys have nothing else to say about this, I'm going to move on. But I think that just stating the obvious, because we see it oh so well. Why the pharmacist information wasn't published out there when they had the information? Why they had to wait until the information was out in the media before they make a move on him? What? If nobody spoke about it, nothing would have been done? All right. I see a conversation happening there, so I want to be a part of this conversation. Angelique is saying, no one should be shut up here. Listen, all you don't want to speak? All you don't want to speak on this matter? No one wants to speak on the matter, or all you're afraid? Don't tell me ride along viewers all you're afraid to talk. Yeah? Don't tell me ride along viewers all you're scared to talk, like call in and voice your strong opinion on matter. You don't have to be supportive of it. You don't have to be supportive of it. You could be against it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine to be against it. But I want to know what you guys feel about it. All right. Let's move on, guys. Kibbs, how you doing? You're late. All right, let's move on to the next story. And we're going to keep the lines open. So if you guys want to call in afterwards, you're free to do so. All right, our next story in the Dear Rider is a very sad one. And we received this Dear Rider post over the weekend. And we published it. And it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking story. The mother wrote to us and said, Dear Rider, good morning. My name is Atifia Philip. I have a 2-year-old son named Cairo. Hi, Cairo. When he was 9-year-old, he had a seizure. He was hospitalized and had to do a CT scan. They found an old blood clot in his brain. Since then, they put him on medication named tegeserol or tegretol. Right? I'll confirm the pronunciation of that medication. He was hospitalized 3 times already. And yesterday, he had another seizure. That was over the weekend. They checked his blood sugar, and it was very low. He's in the hospital right now. The reason for me writing and texting you this is because I need your help. I'm really stressed on my son has to go through this. And she reached out to the Ryders. Now, we published this post. The post got a lot of shares and a lot of people who were interested in helping. I saw people who was asking about how they could donate, what they could do to help. And we have the mother on the line right now. Let me see if we could bring her in so she could give us some more information on it. Mom, are you hearing me? Yeah, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
All right, Mom, welcome to Ridealong. You're live on the air. First of all, I got to thank you for writing to us and sharing this story with us. I know it's deeply personal. And you know, you came out and you made the story public. And thanks for coming out and sharing that, because you did that, a lot of people reaching out and knowing your story. Tell us about your son, a little bit more insight about your son, and how long have you recognized that he been having these seizures?
Well, I've been told he got his first seizure. He was sleeping. He got the seizure in his sleep. He was sleeping, and I was washing the dishes. And when I went to the room, I realized his mouth was twitching and his eyes were twitching. So I didn't know what because first time I saw that, and I brought him to the hospital. And the next day, the doctor said he had to do a CT scan to see what was causing the seizures. And that's when they found the old blood clot in his brain.
Wow. So at 9,
Hello, hear me?
9, yeah, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Yeah. So you said at 9-year-old is when you first
9 months.
9 months old is when you first identified. Did you when he was born? Did you recognize any abnormalities?
Well, when he was born, he was hypoglycemic. His blood sugar was really low, and he spent 9 days in special care.
Wow. And okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, background noise. You guys are hearing a background noise. Hold on 1 second, Mom. Hold on 1 second. They say that they're hearing a little background noise. So let me make sure that we fix that.
The rain falling too.
Yeah, rain falling, guys. Rain falling where she's at. So bear with her if you're hearing a little bit of a rain. Just try to ignore the rain. All right, guys, just a little bit of rain. All right, bear with it. Just listen to the content of what she's saying. So at 9 months old, you identify that he was going through a seizure. What did you actually see? What did you? I mean, what happened when he goes to when he gets into that phase?
The first time,
Yeah.
well, as I said, his mouth was twitching. I heard a groaning noise, and when I went in the room, I saw his mouth was twitching and his eyes was fixed back, and he was drooling. I didn't really know what was going on because first time I saw something like that.
Right.
I didn't know until I went to he had a seizure. He was having a seizure.
And from then going into the hospital, Mom, what did they prescribe for him that first time?
Well, after they did the CT scan, they prescribed Tegretol. They say he will have to take it until he's 3. And the doctor said she suggested that I see a neurologist in Trinidad, but at the time Trinidad was on lockdown.
Right.
So I didn't get to do that.
Right. Did he have any long-term effect after that first time?
Well, yeah, he developed lower than normal because he's 2. He doesn't say much. The only thing he says is mommy and walking properly.
Right.
And he have since after he had the first seizure, he eyes cross. So he have a loose muscle in the left eye.
Wow. And what about his behavioral pattern? Is he, doing little things like normal? Is he crying a lot? From first time identified?
Well, when he gets angry, he tends to hurt himself. He bang his head. Anything he could do to hurt himself when he gets angry, he does it.
Right. Tell us the other instance that you noticed that he going into those seizures, and what age was he at those times?
And I could.
Yeah, tell us the other instance that you recall seeing him going into seizures.
Well, the second time he was awake when it happened. The second and the third time he was awake. We were just home, and he started twitching again. The eyes started twitching, the mouth started twitching, the hands and the feet, and his body was like stiff in a sense, and his eyes always back. The last time it happened, Saturday evening when it happened, the first time I saw he was frothing, and his eyes was right back this time, and his feet and his hands were twitching as well, and he was vomiting. He passed urine on himself.
Wow. And this last time they tell us you went to the hospital. What was the process, and what was diagnosed?
Well, when we got there, they tested his blood sugar and it was low. And the first thing the nurse asked me is, "Mommy, you didn't feed baby?" But as I told her, not well, he vomiting food, so he was fed before he went to sleep. So the doctor said that. Well, this afternoon when I spoke to the doctor, I was talking to her about the CT scan, and she said that they don't have no information about Cairo doing a CT scan here before because he did it in St. Augustine. I didn't get the results from the first scan, so she told me that I will have to go into St. Augustine and get the results. So if I have to do another one, so they could compare the two of them, because they didn't give me the results the last time, and she said they don't have no information about that because when he was hospitalized, but I guess they didn't get back the results. I didn't ask any question about the results.
Right again, guys, let me just bring everyone up to speed on this story that we're talking about right now. Okay. We're talking to a mom who observed her son. He's now 2 years old. At at 9 months, she observed him get going into seizures. Right. She wrote to us um, because this past Saturday he went into another phase of seizures, and the whole process and the stress on the mother. I mean, I remember, guys. I remember when I think my son was like about a year and a half or something like that. I experienced something, and I don't even like to think about it because no parent should experience a child going into anything like that. It is scary. Now, this mother had to experience this over 4 times, right? And that trauma. Right now, the kid just got released from hospital today, and we are trying to do whatever we could do to help the mother to that she could recover from this, both financially, because there is a financial burden. There is a financial burden, as you could imagine, for the mother, and to help the child to get the best possible medical attention, whether it's in Grenada or whether the child had to fly out to Trinidad or wherever to get that attention. We are going to support this family 100%. So I really brought her on the program today so we could understand her story in further details, and we as a community could do whatever is possible to help her. Right, Mom? Someone just posted and asked a question. They said, when he went into seizure, how long is he in seizure for?
Well, the last one happened almost an hour, or it could be an hour more, because when he started,
One whole hour.
while driving on the way down, he wasn't stopping. And we stopped in St. David's by Dr. Francis, and he gave him an injection, and it calmed him down. It calmed the seizures down a bit.
Mom, did you say that he's usually in seizure for a whole hour?
Yeah, he had been seizing for a whole hour, non-stop.
Wow. My mother messaged me today, and she was saying that her son usually go into severe seizure as well. But she said that it's normally he's out for like about 8 to 10 minutes. So I don't know if a whole hour is normal.
Well, I had a nurse with me at the time. His auntie is a nurse, and she was checking the time, and he was seizing really long.
Yeah, now that is serious. And I want the medical practitioners, folks in the medical field, to chime in on this as well. See how we can help this mother, whether it's by some advice. If you've been through something like this, and you could give us some information what she could do medically. It's all about helping this mother. The child, the last time, which is over the weekend, the child was in seizure for about an hour. All right, Mom, right now, tell us a series of medication. What's the next step? What is needed right now?
Well, they say the doctor told me that they will up the dosage because he was Tegretol at 70%. Right now, they put him on 100%, and I have to go to a follow-up clinic with him. I think it's on the 17th to see if the CT scan is needed. Another CT scan is needed, so they put him on the other Tegretol still.
Yeah. Someone here is saying, and Diane, you in the medical field, Diane, give me a call, so we can try to understand this a bit, because an hour seems like a whole lot. There's a lot happening there. Someone told me that the length of time that folks will be on a seizure is from 2 to 5 minutes. we're talking about an entire hour. So give me a call, Dion, so we could try to understand it from a medical perspective. The child is in seizure for like almost an entire hour, right? And this has been ongoing. Okay, Dion, chew what you have in your mouth and call, because we really need your expert advice, your medical professional advice on this here right now. And mom, the medication, the medication again, and how are you affording, or how are you obtaining this medication? Do you pay for this medication from your pocket? And are you paying for this medication from your pocket?
Yes, well, usually I will normally buy the medication. The one that he used to use before, it was $24.95. The prescription that they gave me today, $9.95 for a bottle.
And how much pills in there? How long does it last? And
well, the other one he used to use, it didn't last a month, but the one they gave him now, they put him on now, the pharmacist told me that it will last for a month.
Right. Okay. So listen, we need some assistance here, guys. We need some assistance here, because the mother, this is a situation where I think I have a doctor friend in the BVI. I tried to get her to come on, but she couldn't make it on there. But I'm gonna link up her with the mother so she could get a second opinion on what is the best approach at this point in time to help this particular situation. The mother is saying that her son is going into seizure for an extended period of time. The last time it lasted over an hour. Yeah, over an entire hour. And that is abnormal, as far as everyone's saying. It's really, really abnormal. Mom, do you think that do you think that the medication is working, or might need to change? It's probably need a new prescription or something. Hold on. Sorry.
And he had 3 seizures since then. So
you was muted. Just go back and say what you were saying again.
I said that for the past 2 years he has been on Tegretol,
Right.
and he has had 3 seizures, well, 4 now since then. But the length of time has been like, before this one, the last time he got a seizure was last year, May. So the time is spaced out.
And the last time he was about an hour again too, or it was less time?
The first time it was like the last time, but the other 2, it was going and come. He was seizing and then stopping, and then seizing and stopping.
Right. And what happened immediately after he gets out of the seizure? Is he able to communicate? Is he crying? Is he in pain? Could he identify?
Well, they gave him glucose, because remember I said that his blood sugar was low. And after, when he started to revive himself, he just started crying, because I guess he was in shock. I don't know, but he started crying and getting on.
Right. All right, Mom, listen. We are geared up and ready to help, right? Whenever it comes to stuff to do with kids, we pour our heart out every single time. What can we do for you? What do you need? Let us know how we can help. We're going to rally up the troops and get you some assistance. What is the next step, and how could we help you and help the child?
Well, for now, I have to wait to go to the follow-up clinic so they can tell me what's the next step I could take, and that's on the 17th.
Right.
And I have to go to St. Augustine's to get the results from the last CT scan I did. Tomorrow I'll go and do that.
Right. Okay. And someone is asking again, is it that they're trying to remove the clot?
Well, at the beginning, that was the plan. When he first got the seizure.
Right.
Yeah, and well, as time went along, Trinidad was locked down, and I didn't have the funds to travel to Trinidad to see a neurologist. So
Right. So ultimately, what the doctor is saying would ultimately fix the problem.
well, they said that before he was discharged, the doctor said that she wasn't sure if it was the hypoglycemia that caused the seizure or the blood clot. So she told me that she has to run some tests. She had to do some tests. So she sent me in. Oh God, I forget the name of the place. She gave me
Hmm.
a referral letter to go to I can't remember the name of the place right on head now. No?
Right. So she gave a recommendation to go someplace at a specific place.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and to see the ophthalmologist for his
Uh,
eyes.
uh-huh. Right. But ultimately, mom, here's what I'm getting at. Is the plan right now to isolate this blood clot and remove this blood clot and fix the problem, or
That
are
is
they
what I would like happen
right?
because I don't just want to sit around and wait for another seizure to happen. I want to get rid of the problem.
Yeah. What's the name of the medication? Shorty McQueen says, what's the name of the medication, if you remember?
Tegretol.
Oh, yeah, it's Tegretol. Okay, Tegretol. Right. Okay, so Shorty, the medication is Tegretol. Right. So I want to get back to the removal of the blood clot instead of just medicating, because medicating is just kicking the can down the road. It's just basically making him feel good for a short period of time, probably a
Yeah.
year, months, and it may come back again. So is the doctors and them giving you some kind of reassurance? It's hard to say reassurance in medicine because there's no real reassurance. Are they saying that, hey, listen, if you get this thing done and you're able to travel to Trinidad or wherever, the doctors there could isolate this thing and fix this thing once and for all?
Well, at first, that's what the doctors told me because today I was talking to one of the doctors about the CT scan, and she say she don't have any information about that. I guess the doctor that I dealt with at first,
Mhm.
which was Dr. Ray, he died, and
Right,
Dr. Buffett. But I didn't see Dr. Buffett in the hospital.
right. Okay. All right. So the plan is to see how we could help this mother once and for all. Because that's the child. That's the child right there. That's the child right there. And let me tell you something. No parent want to see their child like not doing things that kids should do at that age. Running, jumping, kicking. That is what kids should be doing at that age. But instead, this child is bedridden right now because of a seizure. And I think that the problem is that not so much so that the situation cannot be fixed, it might be a financial constraint at this time, right? So, what we need to find out as a community is what is needed. And let me tell you, they are very, very, very um, generous people here on Ride Along. And someone might be watching right now and say, well, listen, what is the procedure? What is the cost? Don't worry, I got it. And we want to understand that. And we will, whatever we could do, we'll reach back out to you guys to see how whatever is needed to help this child once and for all. They isolate the problem, they know it's a blood clot issue and it could be fixed. Let us get that done. Mom, how soon would you get that final analysis to come back to us and say, CT scan done. This is what is done. This is the plan of action. This is the cost. How soon could we have that information? Hold on. Sorry, you muted again. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To see if I get that printout of the results from the last CT scan. Then I have to wait for the follow-up clinic. The date, I think the date is, the date the doctor gave me was the 17th.
Right. The 17th? Well, what happens on the 17th?
I have to go to clinic, to the follow-up clinic.
Right. Does the CT scan comes at a cost to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we go talk off air and find out about the CT scan. So this is what I want you to do for me, man. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do for me, man. Compile a list of things because we want to help. Again, it's all about helping this child. Right now, I feel very attached to this story. I feel very, very attached to the story. And I want to help, and I want the community to reach out and help. This is a child. He's 2 years old, been suffering from seizures since he was 9 months old. Now, kids, everybody want to see kids up and bouncy and running and doing their thing. Not this child. This child right now is in this position, in this condition, and I think it's because of financial constraint. And if we could financially help the mother proceed with the obligation, the financial obligation, this child could be just as any other child running about the place. And that's what we want to see. So that is what we're going to do, guys. I pledge that I will help continue, follow up this story until all the way to the end. I promise you. I want to see this story from here all the way to the end and help the mother in whatever way possible. Mom?
Hey?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah,
right,
you
better.
hear me properly now?
Yeah, I hear you better now. I want you to give us any other information that you could tell us. Any additional information you could add to it. Contact numbers. I want to speak to you directly to get to you and ask you a couple questions. If someone wants to donate to you directly to cover whatever cost, help with medication, help with CT scan, help with whatever, give them your information so people could contact you directly.
But if anyone wants to contact me, they can contact me on 538-8129.
And that's 473. Remember, it's 473 because she's in Grenada.
473.
Right. So 1473 538. Say it one more time.
8129.
Okay, so 1473 538 8129. If you contact the mother directly, if you want to help out cover the cost of the CT scan, any thing that you guys could do, we pledge to assist in whatever way we can. And guys, chip in a little bit, right? This is the humanity. This is a brand new year. And always remember that tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks from now, it might be you or a family member in the situation, and I'll be right here begging and trying to get your help as well. So basically, when you help someone like this, you're actually paying it forward. You're actually paying it forward because you never know when you would need the help. And that's why we want to do. Again, the number, Mom, give the number one more time again. One more time. 538.
The number is 1473 538 8129.
8129. All right, put a number in there. Let me see if I could get a few calls coming in. Put the number up. I just want to speak to the mom real quick. Give us a call, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. The mother who wrote to us on our Dear Rider asking for assistance because her child, her son, her 2-year-old son, is been having seizures since he was 9 months old. He just had his recent seizure just a few days ago, where he was out for like about an entire hour. So I believe that the situation is getting progressively worse. I believe that the situation right now is getting progressively worse. And I think that we are in a position to help medically, financially, whatever advice. I know that there are a lot of doctors and nurses, people in the medical field who might be able to assist. So let's reach out and see how we could help. Jennifer Myers, how are you doing? He also needs to be treated for low blood sugar because this can compound his health problem. Yes. Jump to the phone lines. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Hey, New York.
Hey, New York, go right ahead.
Brooklyn, New York, actually.
Yes.
Okay. I would like the information as how I could make a contribution to that mother. I could feel her pain. I know what she's going through.
Yes. Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much, Brooklyn, New York. Again, mom, give her the number again. We have a call on the line.
1473-538-8129.
okay, I'll reach out to you.
Yes.
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you.
All right, thank
Appreciate you.
you. You're welcome.
Yes.
All right.
And anyone else who wants to reach out, you guys could call her directly. This mother is going through a situation of dealing with this, and also have to, and you know the times that we're living in, right? And also dealing with finding out where she getting the money to help her son just get through day by day. Ultimately, right? I believe ultimately we want to see how this could be isolated and taken care of completely, right? The idea is not to medicate the child for the rest of his life. That would be silly. The idea is see how we could isolate it, get him to a neurologist or whichever doctor that could fix this, and so that they could fix this situation that this child is going through. Because I believe, as I said, that this situation is getting progressively worse. To be out for an entire hour, who knows what damaging effect he's having on his brain and his health in general, to be in a seizure for about an hour. So it's bad. It's bad. Guys, we have the line open for 770-15720. This one is dedicated to this brother. This program is dedicated to helping this segment is dedicated to helping this mother right here. Again, if you want to call her directly, you could call her at 473-538-8129. That's 473-538-8129, and you'll be doing labor of love. That's a lot of gratitude, and the blessing would come, the blessing would flow. Mom, thank you so much.
Yeah,
anything
hello?
else, anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I just want to thank everyone for to help me out in your situation.
Yeah. Yes. And listen, thank you for writing to us. And we're going to do whatever we can to see this thing through. Not kicking the can down the road, not medicating the child for the rest of his life, but seeing how we could fix the problem. And this is my project for 2022. And when next I come to Grenada, I want to see him better and up and moving and not having any issues like this ever again in his life. Hopefully that will come true and everything will be fine going forward. Thank you so much, Mom. We'll keep in touch, all right?
Okay, thanks. Good night.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So, Mom name is Atifia. That's the mom name, right? Mom name is Atifia. If you want to contact her, we posted a number there. But this is some serious stuff, guys. Some serious stuff. Listen, if you have an issue, right? If you have an issue that you want us to look into, to address, to take a closer look at, or if you're having problems dealing with a particular issue on your own, write to us right here at Dear Riders. On Tuesday, we deal with it. Yeah, Tuesday, we seriously deal with it. Whether it's a medical issue, you need assistance, and this is a community support kind of thing, right? Because you never know when you might be in the position when you're going to need the help. Hey, I don't even freaking know when I might be in the position that I might need the help. But the truth of the fact is, knowing that you do have someone that could be there for you when you need the help is kind of reassurance. It's kind of like insurance. Yeah, that's what it is. We are your insurance and we're going to look out for you, right? But the only how we could continue to do that is when you look out for each other. So we all have to look out for each other. Tuesdays is dedicated to that, guys. So write to us again is Dear Rider, and in any possible way we could help, we'll reach out to our community for assistance. Thanks again, guys. If there's anyone else that wants to call, let me put the number up again really quickly: 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Help for that young child, Cairo, and his mom going through a very, very difficult time right now after having multiple seizures over a period of time. Let me check some of your comments. Yeah, that's her name right here. Yeah, that's her name right here, Diane. Yeah, he's at Tifia Philip. That's her name right there. All right, and you guys, I hope you guys got the number. All right, good. And we wish the child a speedy recovery, guys. We're also gonna make a donation to help the child and help the mother with medication. That's our pledge, and that's what we're gonna do to assist. That's the least we could do at this point in time, right? Thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being a part of our program today. On behalf of all our producers, our moderators, Team Ridealong, we say thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, Tuesday, Dear Riders. Tuesday, Dear Riders. Write to us. Just inbox us. If you have an issue you want us to look at, write to us right here on Ridealong. Dear Riders. But don't forget also, guys, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to become a supporter of Ridealong. Yeah, it's only $4.99 a month, right? And by becoming a supporter, we're able to do much more programs like this. It's not about the hype. It's not about the controversy. It's not about the BS. It's about helping people. And that's what we're going to do. Although people might say, well, that doesn't generate a huge amount of viewership, it doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about helping people. And if we could help one person at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I could go to sleep feeling good. Yeah? I could go to sleep feeling like we actually did something. Not about the hype. It's not about the BS. It's not about sensationalization and nothing like that. It's about helping people. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching, guys. On behalf of all our team here, Deanne Fraser, Lois, JJ, big up yourself, Kibbs, and of course, not forgetting, how could I forget? Gail, big up yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Word from our sponsors, and I'll be back with final closing words. Don't move.
Do you feel sick? Are you unsure? Or need to travel, but can't afford the long, exhausting lines? Then you need to be tested for COVID-19. Here at All Pro Health Lab, you can schedule your appointment online. No wait, no lines, no hassle. And get your results back in 30 minutes or less. Call now to find out more. 516-828-1808. Our agents are always ready to help. Hear why everyone is talking about All Pro Lab. It's quick, efficient, and tests are guaranteed in 30 minutes or less with full certification. Check us out online at allprolab.com or call 516-828-1808. All Pro Health Lab. Call today.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to the Nutmeg Band. Playing in the background is the latest release, Take Me to a Party.
Take me to a party.
This music is now available on leading online stores. So please, pick up your copy today and tell all your friends about it. Get your copy now.
Take me to a party.
All right, guys, close it off. We got a call on the line. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Okay. When is the convenient time to call you off the air?
Okay, as soon as I'm done. All right. As soon as I'm done,
Okay,
you
good.
could
What time would
call.
that be?
In like about 10 minutes.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank
I'll
you so
call
much.
back.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Catch you guys again tomorrow on Wednesday for more Ride Along Live. Be safe. Take care of each other. Good night. Well, it's on Ride Along, so it's happening here.
Came over here. What does it mean? You know, I grew up in what I guess we call a typical family.
We break all the stories, and that's just a fact. And that's why everyone has a story to tell.
Ride Along Live, yeah, it's the real deal.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.